just Megadon. You finish that verse?
Yes, sir.
That is good. Let's go to Zechariah chapter 14 now. We're going to pick it up at verse 1. Zechariah 14, and we'll begin reading at verse 1. 14 and 1. 14 and 1. 14 and 1. Okay, go ahead and read.
Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
Notice what he's saying here. I'm going to gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle. Go ahead and read.
And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Go ahead.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of battle.
Wait a minute. Then it said the Lord going to go forth and fight against those. Well, we read in Revelation 19 that Jesus was going to fight against the nation, didn't we? Well, we're going to read it again when we go back to Revelation. But he said then, in that day, the Lord going to go forth and he's going to fight against those nations as he fought in the day of battle. And look at where he will be. Go ahead and read.
And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives.
That's where he left from, and that's where the angels say he's going to return to. He left from the Mount of Olives. He's coming back to the Mount of Olives. And what's going to happen? Go ahead and read.
Which is before Jerusalem on the east.
That is where the Mount of Olives is. Go ahead and read.
And the Mount of Olives shall cleave in the midst thereof toward the east and toward the west.
Go ahead.
And there shall be a very great valley. And half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half of it toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, and ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains. For the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal.
Go ahead.
Yea, ye shall flee, like as ye fled from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah.
Go ahead.
And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee.
And the Lord will come, and all of the saints with him. Skip down to verse 9. Go ahead and read.
And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. And that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one.
You mean he ain't going to come and take you to heaven? It said he will be king over all of the earth in that day. And in that day there will be one Lord, and his name one. Go ahead and read some more.
All the land shall be turned as a plain from Geba to Rimmon, south of Jerusalem.
He's just telling you about some of the things that will be going on around there, Jerusalem, in the land. Go ahead and read.
And it shall be lifted up and inhabited in her place.
And it will be inhabited in her place. Go ahead and read.
From Benjamin's gate unto the place of the first gate, unto the corner gate, and from the tower of Hananel unto the king's wine presses.
Go ahead and read.
And men shall dwell in it.
And men will dwell in it. Go ahead and read.
And there shall be no more utter destruction. But Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited.
And we know that is future because Jerusalem is not safely inhabited. One other place, that is it. Revelation 17, verse 12. Revelation 17, and we'll pick it up at verse 12. 17 and 12. 17 and 12. Huh? Yeah. Okay. I think he tried to, well, this is it. 17 and 12. Everybody will be able to cool off after this. 17 and 12. Go ahead and read.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings.
You had the 10. Who are these 10? These 10 horns that are these 10 kings? They are the Roman Empire. That's what they are. The Roman Empire. Because you had the 10. You know, in Daniel chapter 2, you had the toes, right? 10 toes, right? Now you got 10 horns, 10 kings, which is the revived Roman Empire. Go ahead and read.
Which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Go ahead.
These have one mind.
They gonna have how many minds?
One.
That's why they unified. That's what one is, unified. That's why you got the common market. They are unified. We read a little bit of it earlier out of that article, didn't we? You know, we gotta have one currency. We gotta have one tariff for everybody. All nations under the same umbrella. They gonna have one man. Go ahead and read on.
And shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
And they gonna give their power and strength unto the beast. You know the common market got a president now. You know that, right? Okay, as long as you know that. As long as you watch it. Don't go to sleep. Go ahead and read.
These shall make war with the Lamb.
He said, and they gonna do what? And they are going to make war with the Lamb. And what's going to happen to them? Well, I don't have to tell you. You know what's going to happen to them when they make war against the Lamb. You got the nation that's going to make war against the Lamb. Go ahead and read.
And the Lamb shall overcome them.
And the Lamb shall overcome them. Go ahead and read.
For he is Lord of lords and King of kings.
In other words, this is when he's coming to set up his kingdom. Rome got to be in power when the Lord comes, right? Well, here you are looking at Rome in power when the Lord returns, and he's going to return as King of kings and Lord of lords. Go ahead and read on.
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Hope you are called and chosen. Not just called, but because men are called, but few are chosen. Hope you are called and chosen and faithful. Thank you, and I hope you learned something from this lesson.